Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to our awards night for the very first Bell Shakespeare Shorts Festival. I'm Peter Evans, the Artistic Director of Bell Shakespeare.
And I'm Joanna Erskine, the Head of Education at Bell Shakespeare. Thank you so much for joining us. We would like to acknowledge that we are on the land of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and we pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. First Nations people have been storytelling on this land for over 50,000 years, much longer than Shakespeare. And we're honoured to be joining with you tonight to share stories. And so we also acknowledge the many lands on which these new stories were made. And you can tell us where you're tuning in from in the YouTube comments section. So say hello. I know that we've got quite a few viewing parties out there, especially some of the shortlisted films. If you're there, say hello. And I believe we've got Kate Mulvaney trying to tune in from Broken Hill with some dodgy reception. So hi, Kate. I hope you made it work. So Pete, I can't believe we're finally here.
This is amazing. I absolutely agree. I know particularly, Jojo, that this has been a long-held dream of yours and of everybody at Bell Shakespeare, which has been many years in the making. We launched it late last year, but we did not anticipate running this festival in the midst of a global pandemic. But we've been so excited to see schools and households use the festival as a great project to work on during these tricky times.
Indeed, and we received 74 films from primary and secondary students from right across Australia. I did watch every single one of them and it was an absolute joy. We all really enjoyed this process. And so we would, of course, love to thank all of the students who submitted those films. It's just a huge amount of work that's gone into them. And we love seeing young Australians engaging with Shakespeare in new and inventive ways. So after Bell Shakespeare staff reviewed the films, we announced our shortlist of 17 films, which were in our primary school category, Cronulla Cooking School, Coronavirus, All's Well That Ends Well, Reimagining Romeo and Juliet, and Retelling A Midsummer Night's Dream.
And in our secondary category, we had As You Like It, Blood for Blood, The Depravity of Men, good title, Ears of Love, Rosaline, The Trending Nun, another good title, Macbeth, The End, All the Schools a Stage, Macbeth, a high school documentary, Witches, Her Story, Jomeo and Juliet, and Lady Macbeth's Revenge.
A very impressive list of films. So congratulations to all of our shortlist. So then we handed those 17 films to our judging panel, which was Peter Evans and friends of Bell Shakespeare, Lisa McCune, Will McDonald, and Kate Mulvaney. So Pete, what was it like to watch the films?
It was amazing. I have to admit that I was quite jealous of the students. I wish when I was at primary school or a secondary school that I could have had the opportunity to do it. But also I don't think I would have been nearly as creative at that age as some of these young people have been. Like, it's just extraordinary. And the diversity of films and the range and the skill they have with the camera in particular, I thought was absolutely amazing. So I loved every second of it. Jojo, why don't you talk about what we asked the students to do in making the films?
Sure. So there were some rules for the festival. So films could be one of two things: a retelling, which is straight performances of Shakespeare's text, or what we call a reimagining. So that could be an adaptation or a reworking of one of Shakespeare's plays. We also ask schools to reflect ask students to reflect their school and or community in the film in some way, large or small. So we wanted to see the range of places and communities that these films were coming from within the work. There were also time limits for secondary and primary films, so none of these films could be longer than 5 minutes. And finally, films could be shot on any device. So that could be a smartphone or a tablet or a video camera. If you had one, it didn't matter.
And the films were really diverse. Some very, very funny, some dark and moody, some were straight performances of Shakespeare's text, and some took Shakespeare's text and really broke it open, having a lot of fun with it, which I thought was great. They're all absolutely terrific, and it goes without saying this was very, very difficult to choose winners, but that's what we're going to do.
It was. So we had to choose winners, and therefore we judged them against the award categories. And so the awards were excellence in performance, excellence in direction, excellence in storytelling, and then our Creative Vision Award and our Community Spirit Award.
And I think it's worth saying that many of the winners had high scores in all of the categories.
Yeah, that's right. And we then, from those, awarded 2 top awards, which was our top primary film and our top secondary film. And all of our winners will receive a selection of prizes from Bell Shakespeare, but also from our friends at Afters, Pantera Press, HarperCollins, and Grumpy Sailor. So thank you to those companies for helping us out.
Yes, thank you so much. It's fantastic. Should we kick off?
Yes, we should.
The first prize is excellence in performance. There were so many great performances in these films, some very funny, some tragic, and everything in between. But what we loved about this one was it's very funny, it's very energetic. And in particular, we really liked these young people taking on big roles.
We did. And so our first award, Excellence in Performance, has been awarded to Cronulla Cooking School by Lilia and Piper Bahaja and Georgia and Daisy McLean from Caringbah South in New South Wales. Let's watch.
Hello, my name is Titus Andronicus and welcome to Cronulla Cooking School, the show where we cook up meals to die for. Literally. Let's meet today's contestants.
Tonight we'll be cooking Secret Surprise, inspired by our experience being shipwrecked on Cronulla Beach. Can you please stop finishing all my sentences? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Bubble, bubble, toilet trouble. Wait a second, aren't there meant to be 3 of us? Yeah, but hashtag social distancing. Oh, right. Anyway, today we'll be making Eye of Newt hell broth.
Ew.
See, I told you we should have made Scale of Dragon soup.
Stop it, Dad. You're embarrassing me on TV. Today, we'll be cooking up
Revenge! That's so cold.
Stop it, Dad. We'll be cooking Danish pastries. Alright, now that everyone's cooked their recipes, it's time for the big reveal. Jeremy and Viola, tell us, what was the surprise in your seafood surprise?
Periwinkles.
Sounds delicious. What exactly are periwinkles?
Cute little sea snails.
Ugh, any other surprise ingredients?
Just a hint of poison too.
Pardon?
Nothing.
Okay, now let's move on to the Great Danes, Hamlet and his dead dad's ghost. How are the Danish pastries coming along? Well, I couldn't decide what to do for the best.
Avenge me.
Stop it, Dad.
Avenge me.
Alright, I get the message after we finish the show. Sorry to interrupt, but how did you make the Danish pastries? Just a pinch of cinnamon and some poison. Those look delicious. Now, let's check in with the 3 witches. How did you make the Eye of Newt hell broth?
Well, like all best recipes, we started off with an egg.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Yes, some ill-roasted egg.
Ew.
Then we added a pot of ale and some pigeons. Yep, and some short-legged hens.
That sounds delightful. Anything else?
The Eye of Newt, duh. And some poison.
Okay, now for the finale. We have a marvellous surprise in store for you all. Instead of me tasting your scrumptious treats, you all get to try your own. Okay, everyone, eat up. that one a draw. Join us next week where we'll be cooking my speciality, pie.
Congratulations, Piper, Lilia, Daisy and Georgia. We love to see the Shakespeare journey starting young.
Let me just quote Will McDonald, one of the judges, the lovely Will. He said, "Across the board, excellent, full of life, energy and very funny. The performers demonstrated a great understanding of Shakespeare's characters, their personalities and nuances. They were outstanding."
They were. And Pete, before we keep going, I have to reference the poster, which I love, in your background of the Zeffirelli Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
I'm coveting very much.
This has been in my house, or the various houses I've lived in, since 1989.
Wow.
So most of our viewers would not have been born or not even thought of, but I've always had this poster in my house. I absolutely love it, and I love that film.
It's got its own story to tell, I'm sure, that poster. Okay, next up we have the Creative Vision Award. And so many of these films showed incredible creative vision. So this was a particularly tough one. So we actually have one winner and one runner-up. So let's start with the winner.
The winner of this award gave us something that was very clever, very funny, a completely out-of-the-box take on one of Shakespeare's best-known plays. I have to say I laughed out loud at this.
Okay.
And what I want you to pay attention is the reacting. There are many funny lines, but there's some reaction shots that I think are very, very funny.
So the winner of the Creative Vision Award is Witches by Louis Arnott from Stafford Heights in Queensland.
Why, upon this blasted heath, you block our way with such prophetic greeting? Speak, I charge you.
Oh, hark, a bird?
Well, our services have been pretty lacking since Karen dropped the ball. The crystal ball.
What?
That, combined with Karen's constant partying and the church turning our already lackluster clientele into a bunch of pitchfork-wielding lunatics, itself a side effect from a particularly wild party. Look, business isn't going great.
Well, the real problem in this group comes from Sally's attitude problem. There's 3 witches in this coven, but everybody knows who's top witch.
Well, it's Karen, obviously. I mean, she's way better than the rest of us. I mean, she's in a league of her own. Did she by chance say anything about me?
And then I was like, you're a total acorn whose brain has no more intelligence than beads.
Oh my god, Karen, you're so hilariously funny.
I know I'm funny, Prudence. I don't need you to tell me so. So stop interrupting my brilliance with your weak observations.
Oh, I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
And Karen has this, King Lear complex going on, and Prudence just enables it. Okay, I just got word we have another Macbeth at 2 p.m. tomorrow. We need to get this one right, guys. I think another customer complaint could ruin us. How are we going with the new glass ball fund?
Oh, well, as the supreme witch of this coven, I've made the supreme decision to spend that reserve on a new party cauldron. Double, double toil and trouble.
That catchphrase. It's the worst. She just spouts it out all the time, and it literally means nothing. Nothing.
Like, double, double toil and trouble.
Double, double toil and trouble. I think it's an awesome catchphrase. Like, boil, toil, coil, double trouble, yeah. Like, Karen's amazing. Honestly, she made me get it tattooed, actually. It's there. You guys would tell me if she said something about me, right? You would tell me, right? You would, right?
A party cauldron.
A special charcoal black edition with extra ladle holes.
We've been saving for that ball for 2 years. We're spiritually bankrupt, Karen. Without it, we can't make accurate sounding prophecies.
Well, excuse me.
Who puts paper in these things?
Fortunes.
Well, obviously I've pitched the idea of using fortune cookies to create our prophecies multiple times.
We could use the fortunes and all that other superstitious mumbo-jumbo to inspire these prophecies.
Let's just directly plagiarize the fortunes and other horoscopes. Humans eat that stuff right up.
Oh my god, Karen, you're a genius!
I think that's a Capricorn, right? Whatever, I don't care. Prudence, grab that Women's Weekly and read me a fortune for this week.
Of course. It says, this week is your week, babe. Nothing's gonna get in your way.
Great, so we just tell Macbeth he has nothing to worry about. Are there any other little news?
Yes. It says, be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man.
Ooh, ominous, I like it.
I'm just looking at these tea leaves, and I think when they're all to one side like that, it means someone's life is at risk. I don't know if we should be so blasé with this prophecy.
Leaves. That's good. We should say something about woods or a forest or something.
Oh, like, not to fight until you're sure the woods are on your side.
That's exactly what I was just saying. Shut up, Prudence.
But what if he doesn't get it? Like, what if we plagiarize too much and he doesn't understand anything?
But you see, that's the beauty of it. It's so damn vague that there's no way he won't draw his own conclusions from it. Double, double, toil and trouble.
Congratulations to the entire Witches team. I especially loved Will McDonald's comment on this film. He said, Macbeth's prophecy is just based off fortune cookies that some witches for hire have slapped together. Brilliant.
And Lisa McCune said, not a bad idea for a Netflix series. Now, Lisa McCune is a very powerful person, so with
I would watch that.
traction, I think.
And we do, as we said, have a runner-up for the Creative Vision Award. And that film was The End by Katarina Reynolds from Blue Mountains Grammar School, New South Wales.
Another life lost
Firefighters
overnight.
battle to keep a 50,000 hectare blaze
Evacuations
from
continue.
reaching homes.
Finished already? You're getting faster.
I guess I am. I was thinking I might want to try something a bit more classical this time. Maybe something well known?
Have you read any Shakespeare before?
No, I actually haven't.
I think you should try that copy over there. The old book on the shelf.
Oh, okay. more honourable state, more courtship lives, in carrion flies than Romeo they may seize, on the white wonder of dear Juliet Pant.
Please, you have to change our ending.
I didn't want to die like this. If you had the chance to say what you love, would you?
Please, I didn't want to get stabbed.
I never killed my nephew.
I was too young to die.
I'm not a murderer. Change the story.
Wait! You forgot your bookmark. Oh, thank you.
Well done, Katerina. We love that film. How beautiful is that Blue Mountains backdrop as well? And I should mention that a number of films submitted for the festival did reference the recent bushfires and that have affected so many communities.
Yeah, cool concept. Kate Mulvaney, Katie said about this one, I loved this. What a fantastic take on those poor characters that didn't meet a good end. Very imaginative, entertaining. Particularly loved Richard III saying, I didn't kill my nephews. Katie could relate to,
Yes,
having played
that
Richard III, and I'm pretty sure she said something like that to me a number of times.
We should do a couple of shout outs. We've been receiving some lovely messages. Hello to everyone watching. I know we've got another one of our judges, Lisa McCune's tuning in and says she's having a wonderful evening rewatching all those films that she saw. And the players from Bell Shakespeare who are in rehearsals right now in preparation for touring to schools with their primary and secondary shows. Hello, and directors too.
Hello, don't have a late night, you.
No.
You've got rehearsals tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, the next award is Excellence in Direction. Another very competitive category.
Yeah, this was tough, wasn't it? I love this one. This is very serious, one of the more serious ones, very moody. When I did a production way back in 2012 that had a lot of sort of satanic references, and this one certainly does that.
It does. So without further ado, Excellence in Direction is awarded to Lady Macbeth's Revenge by Inner West Youth Theatre.
Let me hear you say my name. Let me hear you say you'll stay. My heart an open sea to sail. But you said you drowned in my waves.
Come thick night, impale thee in the dumb smirk of hell. To my keen knife I cannot see the wound it makes, nor heaven I can lay in the doubts of hell.
It's all night skies and rainbows and moral miracles, but I'm not a fool. I know you. You got angry, you'll take me, but I'll get you first. You better watch out, I'll kill you.
my keen knife that cannot see the wound it makes, nor heaven that can lay in the doubts of hell.
Come, thick night,
Come, thick night,
and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell.
and power thee in the dunnest smoke of hell.
My knife see not the wound it makes,
My knife see not the wound it makes,
nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark,
nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark.
to cry, hold, hold.
To cry, hold, hold.
Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell.
Or do you run away from things that are in your head?
Let grief convert to anger, blunt not the heart, enrage it.
Is the fury of battle and war consuming me? Or can I withstand it?
That thou'st must do. Be brave, and you can have everything.
Fill me from the crowned tote-up full of direst cruelty.
Be innocent like the flower, but be the serpent underneath it.
Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. Creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Fair is foul, and foul is fair, hover through the fog and filthy air.
Congratulations to Inner West Youth Theatre. A huge team behind that one and beautifully executed.
And with original music too, which I thought was just great. Lisa McCune said, blown away by these kids and the way they committed to this. Nice editing, terrific movement of the camera. In the graveyard, it floats like a ghost. We feel like we're in the action, which I think is beautifully put, Lisa.
Yeah. We are up to the award for excellence in storytelling.
Yeah, this was really tricky, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So in the end, we've chosen 2 winners. We just had 2, and they're both very, very different.
That's right. So the first winner for this category gave us a beautiful glimpse into what one of Shakespeare's most famous plays might have been had the story been told by a female character. And that film is Her Story by Grace Bowman from Toowoomba in Queensland.
They say history is told through the eyes of a man. Well, for all, it is his story. But what if it was hers? What if the ghost had visited Ophelia instead of Hamlet? Would it have stopped the pain, bloodshed, and death to follow? Could she change destiny? The summertime's air's sweetness tickles my senses. The natural world never ceases to encapsulate me. From a single seed, the most beauteous thing can be formed. It is a mesmerizing and magical world I can escape into. So different from the pain and gossip of the human one. Soon enough, I will have to return, but for now, I sit and indulge myself. The golden light reflects the auburn of my hair against the emerald green of the grass. It reminds me of my mother. When she was alive, she would play with my hair and sing to me.
Rosemary for remembrance, pansies for thoughts, fennel for you, columbine and rue, daisies and violets, remember this song, for you need it in times of wrong.
Ophelia. Mother!
Follow me, Ophelia.
Rosemary.
Rosemary for remembrance.
Pansies.
Pansies for your thoughts.
Fennel.
Fennel for you.
Columbines.
Columbine and
Rue.
daisies and violets.
Daisies. Violets.
Remember the summer for you needing in times of wrong. For you needing in times of
Listen and you will see. To change your destiny, you must first see the future. The blood of a father, Polonius, a brother, Laertes, and a lover, Hamlet. To stop the death to follow, you must first persuade a confused queen and kill an unrightful king. Guide his sword well and you will avoid the sadness. But be careful now, misplace a step and all you will have is madness. For you are now the only hope to save a kingdom full of betrayal. Because I have seen, the others will fail. A woman's intelligence is different to a man. They tell her she can't, but what if she can?
All hail the one who saved us all, my wife, the Queen of Denmark.
I'm proud of you,
Well done, Grace. I loved how you turned a very bleak play into such a hopeful one. And such a great connection to your community there in Toowoomba as well.
Katie Mulvaney said, beautiful insight into Ophelia, powerful imagery and beautifully written. And I totally agree. It's terrific.
But as we said, we have two winners of this award. So this is a film from one of our primary school submissions.
I loved this one. It's epic. It embraces very high emotions. It's very high stakes, but it also is very linked to current events.
Yes, it is. So the second winner of Excellence in Storytelling is Reimagining Romeo and Juliet by Caitlin Chung and Solomia Kareniuk from Waitara Public School in New South Wales.
Diary. The first day of the second term is here. Time really does fly. We're already a quarter into our senior year. Today marks the 4-month anniversary of me and Romeo's relationship. I haven't seen anyone in weeks, not since COVID started to spread. No one's allowed near me since I have cancer. My immune system is really weak. It gets so boring. Even Romeo is restricted from seeing me. I still don't think my dad likes him. It's been a couple of weeks since we moved into our new house. Everything's so perfect, so clean, so new. It took such a long time to build, but I think the wait was worth it. Juliet.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Ugh, it's so boring here. I just wish my dad would let me out. Maybe I could sneak out. Money for the poor. Here you go. Thank you, dear. You're very kind.
In breaking news, just last night, another victim died from COVID-19. This time, it is a homeless man found on the side of Park Avenue.
That was the man who hugged me. Oh.
Hello? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How fares my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well. What? No, this has gotta be a mistake. It's not? How? No! 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 Oh, Juliet. It's not your name wrong. How could they? It's Capulet. Ye noise and I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rest and let me die.
Well done, Caitlin, Solomia, and all of your cast. Pete, you really loved this one.
I did. I just loved how committed. I loved the melodrama in it, and I mean that in a really good way. And the stakes were so high, and it was so topical. I really enjoyed
They were Shakespearean stakes, I would say in there. And so here we are at our final award, which is the Community Spirit Award. And so for this award, we were looking for how well a film meaningfully connected to their school and or community.
And this one, I think, certainly did. I think all the students will be really familiar with the story it tells, and the cast really felt like its own community. This is a real ensemble piece, I think.
Yeah, it is. So the award for Community Spirit has been won by All the Schools Are Staged by Chris Tan from Cabramatta in New South Wales.
Can't believe it's year 12, right? Thoughts on your future? When is the train coming?
The train on platform 3 is delayed.
All the schools are staged?
What are you doing?
Who ordered the rain? What is going on?
Why, you're on a stage. Look, they can see you.
Who can see me?
For the past 6 years now.
Wait, where are the costumes? Here are the costumes!
All the schools are stage, and all the boys and girls merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one student in their time plays many parts, their act being 6 grades. At first, year 7, muling and settling into the throes of school.
I don't want to go to school! Come on, let's go.
Lost.
Where's the library?
And unfamiliar with.
And then the rebellious year 8, with the heavy satchels and shiny morning face, settled in.
Hey guys!
You can tell.
Want to play handball?
And then year 9, sighing like a furnace, halfway through the surface.
Don't really know what happened.
We were the middle child, and the sleepy child.
And then year 10.
Oh,
Oh no, somewhere else.
You know what? I'll do it. Then, year 10, full of strange oaths and growth spurts, seeking the senior reputation, one last year before.
You awaited year 11.
With eyes severe
and uniform a formal cut, full of knowledge and song and stress, and then before you know it,
Last scene of all that ends this unique, eventful history is the new chapter of your life.
Sans uniform?
sans HSC,
Sans the bell? Sans everything.
Now the stage is yours.
The train on platform 1 goes to City Circle via airport.
Congratulations, Chris, and your entire cast, a real ensemble piece. You definitely transported me back to my own 7 ages of high school.
I loved what Kate Mulvaney said about this film. She said, "This gave me tingles. Such a fantastic reworking of the Jaques speech, fabulous use of location, and great to see such a fabulous community of students each playing a part. Well done."
Agreed. So they are our award winners. Congratulations, everyone, which means we've just got 2 top prizes to go, our top primary film and our top secondary film.
And these were unanimous between the judges. They're 2 films we have already shared tonight.
They were. And so which ones are they? Drum roll, please. The top primary film is Reimagining Romeo and Juliet by Caitlin Chung and Solomea Koreniuk from Waitara Public School in New South Wales.
Huge achievement. Well done. Congratulations.
And the top secondary film.
The prize for top secondary film is All the Schools Are Stage from Chris Tan, Cabramatta. Well done.
On all levels, I think that film really shone and the judges agreed, from the concept to the direction to the ensemble cast, a really well told story and a really meaningful connection to school and community. So well done, Chris. And I have to shout out to Chris. He is actually in smack bang in the middle of HSC trials right now, so very much living that film that he made. So hello, Chris, and we hope you give yourself at least tonight to celebrate your achievement. So all the winning films will be made available to watch on Bell Shakespeare's website from tomorrow. So please share them with your friends and family. Tell them which ones you love seeing. Rewatch some of the ones if you'd like to do that as well.
Thank you to everybody, all the students who submitted films this year. We really, really loved it.
Yeah, and thank you to our judges, to Lisa McCune, Will McDonald, Kate Mulvaney, and of course, Peter Evans. And a huge thank you to our friends at Afters, Pantera Press, HarperCollins, and Grumpy Sailor for generously giving prizes.
And thanks to you for tuning in at home. If this has inspired you to make a film, please tell your friends, tell all the young people in your life about the Bell Shakespeare Shorts Festival, and then stay tuned for information about 2021.
That's right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.